Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. So my name is Maxime Gauthier, I'm the game designer of Hellbringer, and welcome to the YouTube channel of the game. So today I'm gonna do a quick video explaining you all the fact of the game. So this fact is available on Board Game Geek, and I will just go on and read all the question and the answers for you. So maybe I'm just gonna try to explain more stuff or why it's being like that. So without further ado, let's just get started. All right, so we're here. There's a game just set up there. Well, actually, there's no setup, but this is just for me to pick a few cards if I need to. So let's jump in with the first questions, which is what the common card is made of. So all the common cards are over here for now. So they're all represented by the same icon. Uh, Over here. So this is like a global uh, icon for all of them. So you will have the potion defense card, companion, enchantment, items, and skill. So all of these cards are considered the common cards. Next question is what the monster draw pile is made of. So a bunch of people have been asking what it's made of. There's moves, there's starter monster, there's monsters, there's also demons. So what do we put in there? So this is really simple. It only contains the monster cards. So nothing else can be found there except when you apply the graveyard effect. So the graveyard effect is going to add some starter monster over here, which is represented by this little icon over here. So you can notice that this one over here got smaller horns than this one over here on top. So this is how you know if this is a starter monster or not. Third question. I am missing 2 combat cards in my box. And what are the 2 showdown cards? So this error is on me. The showdown cards is a variant from it's a variant of the combat cards. So these are actually considered combat cards. The name is different, but that's pretty much the same, and the image is actually pretty much identical except for a few minor stuff. So you can see this combat card over here, and this is the showdown cards. So you can notice that this is pretty much the same thing, except this one is green and this one over here is like more reddish. So this is these 2 cards, and the error is actually that I've didn't write down the 2 showdown card that you should normally have inside the box. So you should have a total of 16 combat cards and 2 showdown cards for a total of 18 combat cards. Next question. Are a bunch of the cards supposed to be double-sided? All of my combat, showdown, location, and tomb cards, and even other cards are double-sided. So is that a problem? No, this is not an issue of the game. Being double-sided, this will help you to take the decision upon your dive into the dungeon. So when you will go further and draw some card, you might end up with a combat card sitting on top of the common draw pile. So this will help you decide whether or not you slow down your pace, just go all in, or maybe try to use some cards that might be benefit from you to I don't know, there's some cards that just make you draw more cards and maybe destroy monsters. So this might be the case. Let's go a little bit deeper over here. So if I draw a showdown card over here, can I redraw a card from under the common draw pile? So you will notice that the combat cards, well, almost all of the special cards, they're all double-sided, always make you draw one card from the common draw pile. So for the showdown card, this is not the case. The reason for that is that showdown card makes you draw two monsters, and you can select which of them you'd like to keep. The other is just discarded. So since it's kind of powerful, because you can really select which one is the easiest for you to just try to kill, you do not draw any cards under the common draw pile. Put these back here. Right, next question. Why companions and enemies have a blue action point icon? So I'm just gonna try to figure. Oh, there you go. First card. So some cards do have a number over here. It's this little lightning blue icon there. So some cards interact with this number. I will try to just find one just so you guys can know. There's not a lot of them. But if I don't find any of them here, I'll just skip to something else. Maybe that's going to be the last one on the deck. And no, there's no cards here. Let's go with these. It's not all of these cards. So sometimes that's why people are asking, what the hell is it there? Why do we use this little icon over here? So I'm gonna find one. That's gonna be at the very end of the deck, I guess. Man. That won't be long. Well, anyway, within that time, you can think of this icon as there you go. So you can think of this icon, this blue lightning, as their power level. So the more they have, the more they're going to be able to do nothing, because you do nothing with that. But this will interact with all these cards over here. So look at the out of control. So if you have enough lightning bolt, which is the yellow one, and compare them to the blue lightning bolt, there's going to be a special effect that's going to be applicable to this monster. So this is the use of these special icons. Another question for this icon is, can companions and enemies, because there's some enemies that do have, well, all enemies have this little icon over here. So do they have multiple attacks if they have a lot of blue action points? So the answer is no. All cards in the game can be only activated once per player or enemy turns. So let's say that I'm playing my turn, I'm activating some card. All these cards can be only activated once. So even if I have, like, I don't know, this little guardian, a companion here, is not going to attack 5 times 5 dice. That's like way too much. So he will only attack once, and that is the same thing for the enemies. So you will just get raped if they were to use this number. So all cards can only be activated once. All right. Why equipping an item costs action points but not learning a skill? So the best explanation I got for that one is that, think of this section over here, this little icon of the skill. Think of this learn skill zone here as a grimoire. So you may had some card that you can learn and reuse, but you'll have to spend action point to activate them. So these are spells that you learn, and one day when you want to cast them, you have to pay the amount of action point to be able to cast them. But if you want to add or remove some of these cards here, this is free. On the other hand, if you wish to equip any item on your class, or swing it again, you will need to use action points. So let's say that this is a sword, I'll just pick it up. So this is one action point, and I will be able to swing it. And after that, if I want to swing it again, I need to use again some action points. So this is pretty much the idea of how the game works. All right, next one. Assuming I have a total of 5 cards size, 5 cards in hand, sorry, size, and that I've just drawn a combat card plus a tome card. Do I end up my turn with 3 cards in my hands only? So let's say that I draw all of these cards over here. This is the end of my turn. Had no cards at all. I need to get back to my total, which is 5. So I've got all of these cards over here. Sorry. And I hand up with the combat card and tune card. I need to apply the special effect over here immediately. So this and that, these are applied. What do I do next? Do I hand my turn with only 3 cards? So these cards say, the effect of these cards says that I need to draw 1 card under the common draw pile. So I will refund these cards with a new one from under the common draw pile. So I will be ending my turn with a total of 5 cards. All right, so now let's say that this is the next question, sorry. So let's say that I just use this companion over here, which says +1 total hand size. So my hand limit increased. Can I draw 1 card right away? And the answer is no, unless it is specified on the card that you need to draw a card immediately. You won't draw any cards. Increasing your hand size will not allow you to draw any cards right away. All right, so for the next one, I'll try to... I'm just going to put this one over here. It's going to be a bit better. All right, there you go. Let's say that for this question over here, that I have an enchantment card. So this card over here is represented by this little gem over here. So these cards can be placed under the items to enchant them and make them more powerful. So do I need to place an enchantment card that boosts damage to weapons only? So this one over here is not a good one, but doesn't matter. So this gives a total of +5 health. So I could place this on a weapon and get the bonus. And that's the same thing for any enchantment card that add some damage or add anything. So you can really place them on any of these cards. And you can see on the top over here with the little gem over here on each of these items, how many enchantment that you can put there. So if there's nothing, you can't enchant them. If there's one, you can place 1 card under it, and if there's 2, you can place 2 of them. Can I combine the attack or of a companion with my own attack? Yes, a companion attack is considered your own, so you might combine it or even activate a certain skill to boost this particular attack. Next question. Cannot attack multiple enemies upon the same turn. So you may target one or multiple targets in the same turn with different attacks. You may also combine your attack to take down high health and armor enemies. So all cards can be activated only once per turn, and the amount of damage that exceeds from an attack cannot be transferred to another foe. So let's say that I roll, I don't know, just try to, do a quick math stuff. This is a sorcerer, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to explain you how it works. So let's say that I am using Battle Axe. So I do have a total of 3 dice plus 1 for each 10 elf. So that's a total of 6 dice. And now let's say there's a monster that have 100 health. So whatever I'm gonna roll is not gonna be enough. So I will need to combine more attacks. I can do one by one. So let's say that I'm using Battle Axe, rolling all the dice, getting the numbers, keeping them, and use another attack to add more damage to try to finish the target. So this can be done on any type of attack except the attack that is not the same type. So there's 2 types of cards of attack. So I'm just gonna try to find one really quickly here. So of course I won't find any. Yeah. So I'll find one in a few seconds. Sorry for that. Yeah, there you go. So we've got 2 cards over here, and you can already see the icon at the very left is 1 sword against 2 sword. So the 2 sword is attacking all the enemies inside, and the 1 sword is at 1 target. Both of these icons cannot be merged together. So if I do Meteor and I do like eliminate all of the enemies except 1, I cannot add another like card over here, another attack with 1 sword to finish it up. So I need to add another card with the 2 swords, or just use all of these same icon over here and try to use as much as attacks I can all together. So now let's say that I just try to combine stuff. I can, like I told you, just do it one by one. So I'm gonna roll 6 dice for the Battle Axe, and after that I'm just gonna use Javelin of Light. So that's gonna be 3 plus, let's say 2. So I'm gonna roll them, put them all together. That's gonna be my total amount of damage. Try to kill the target. I could also use all of the attack all together already. So let's say that I again have to do a lot of damage. I know that Battle Axe not going to be enough. I can just use Battle Axe, Javelin of Light, take all of these dice all together and roll them all together and have my total amount. So this is how you can combine attacks. Does a -2 learn skill card effect from an enemy mean that I can't use 2 learn skills until next turn? So try to find one over here. I know I'm gonna use this one, and there you go, just got it. So let's say that I encounter Dark Imp and that I'm just getting hit by this enemy. So does it mean that if I have some cards over here, does it mean that I cannot use them on my turn? So the answer is that you will lose both of these if you get attacked by the Dark Imp. So this is not disabling the cards. This is removing the cards. Right. Next one is what a -1 object. So I just added there. So what -1 object on the color connection point mean? So let's say that we actually draw this card over here, which is Magma Colossus. So the special ability is -1 object on the green point of connection to attack at targets. So again, what it means is that you need to discard any items that is equipped on this rune. So I will actually lose Battle Axe because it takes both, and it's on the green one. So I will lose Battle Axe over here if I get hit by this monster. All right, just gonna drop down a little bit over here. So for this one, I'm just gonna take the Succubus, because this is mainly her spell right there. So there you go. The ability of an enemy caused me to lose -2 XP. What do I do, and where do I place back these cards? So let's say that I've killed a bunch of monsters over here. Killed 3 of them. And I get to the Succubus, and this ability hits me. So what I have to do is that I need to discard the number of cards specified from your XP zone. So I can pick whatever I want. So I could lose like 1 skill point and 1 sight, or anything else, like both of these 2 cards or whatever. You know the point. So you need to discard 2 of these cards over here, and when you remove them, you will place them into the remove cards over here. You can also place them under the monster draw pile, just to keep them all together, but the remove section is normally used for the special kind of effect. I've drawn a Tome card, a combat card, and a location card. Take one over here. And I've drawn them at the end of my turn. In what order to apply them? So let's say that I just draw them like this. So first of all, normally you will just draw them one by one and apply them. But what players do usually is just like draw 5 cards, put them all into their hands. So if you do that and you don't remember the order, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is like go from your left and just apply them one by one until all of the special instant cards are been processed. But yeah, normally you just apply them one by one. Does the effect of a tome in the camping booklet replace the effect of a tome card? So this one, this question is interesting. So I'm just gonna place both these cards here and pick the camping booklet at any, let's say this one over here. So let's say that I've drawn this tome card over here, and I go over here and read the special effect, which makes me, I don't know, draw 2 cards under the common draw pile, select one and remove the other. So let's do that. 2 cards here. I pick one and I remove the other. So do I need to draw 1 card again to replace this card, or does this effect of the tome card is replaced by the camping booklet? So the answer is no. You'll have to draw 1 card to replace the tome card, and you will apply the effect and end up maybe with more cards than usual. And this is normal. You don't have to discard more or do anything else. The end of your turn has been reached, and this is just the end of your turn right now. So you might end up with 6 or even more cards. So I've actually answered the next question, so I'm not gonna do this one. So does This is a new one. Does kill the demon or moves count as an elimination? So I will have to actually fix it. So this just concerned the demon. So whenever it's A side or B side on any of these demons, none of these skills count as an elimination. So a demon card cannot be placed on your XP zone over here. I've defeated over here the side A of a demon with some effect like armor penetration or canceling their abilities. Does these effects still apply on its B side? So let's say I use a card that remove like all of its armor. So it's got a total of 15 and 30. Do the minus of the total armor is kept from the different sides? So the answer is no. I know it's no, but I just want to read it really fast. So while turning the demons to its B side, reset is applied. Thus, this new demon doesn't keep any of the effect it previously had. Right, next one. I've started a campaign and finished a scenario. Do I keep my stats, items, and skills? You will start the next scenario just like any other new game, but with a small twist. So every bonus that you have unlocked on the tracking sheet will take effect before or while you set up your next scenario. So you might end up with a little bit of more XP cards while starting the game, but you will never keep all the cards that you had. You will just destroy all the monster and pretty much the game, because that's going to be really easy for you. So no, the game is not made. It's not made for that. All right, co-op question. So there's 4 of them. After that, we jump on to the loot and merchant expansion. So does a card that decreases the enemy's armor lower its defense until the end of the next player turn? So during this turn, only affect the current player's turn. So let's say that I have a friend on the right of me, and that he's been doing, I don't know, a spell that removes like 20 armor. This minus 20 armor is not going to be kept at my turn, so I'll start over. If he doesn't kill it, I can start with the minus 20 armor. Next question is, if I assign a companion to another player, can this companion use its attack? So note, it will only activate its attack upon the player's turn. So let's say that, try to get back my guardian over here. I think I've lost it. Yep, there you go. All right, so let's say that I have a friend that just sorry. So let's say that I have a friend that's just been like using and placing guardian in front of me. Can I use its attack? That's going to be activated only at my turn. Next question is, can I use a defense card on another player or companion? So some cards can be used this way, but not all of them. It is specified on the effect of the card if it can be performed on another player or companion. And last question, does a player attack damage is conserved for the next player? So let's say that I roll this, which is a total, I don't know, of 30. Does this 30 is kept for the next player? So the answer is no. If your attack does not kill the enemy, just consider this attack like a miss. So there's no damage amount that can be transferred. and I'll just take the opportunity to explain you why. So I've tried really hard to try to implement this into the game, but the big problem I have, I'm just gonna, I love Tristram, but it's pretty loud. So I've tried to implement this into the game, but the problem was as follows. So when you're playing solo, this is really easy. You can just roll the dice and, you know, kill a bunch of monster. All the health and armor are the same. So but if you had like a second player in that you can combine stuff, the problem that you end up with is that the health and the armor of all the monster is not enough. So you'd have to have actually 4 set of health and armor to all of these monster according to how many players you are playing the game. So this has been a big issue, and I couldn't find any way to you know, make this work and be very simple. I didn't want like all the monster to have a total of like 4 rounds of health and armor. That would have been like way too many. I really wanted to keep the game as simple as I could, so this is why it has never been implemented. So there's been a bunch of cards that can actually add some damage. I think there's not enough into the game, so maybe I'll try to add more if I ever do some other expansion. Winks. But yeah, that's pretty much why it wasn't implemented into the game. All right, we're jumping to the loot and merchant expansion. So first question, there's a total of 4 of them. I ended up having a bone card. Just pick one card over here. A bone card. Ta-da. So I've ended up having a bone card upon the shopping phase. So we're in a Tome portal. The shopping phase is active. Where do I place the card drawn for the merchant pile? So on the bones card, you can see that you have a -1 from your hand when you draw this. So this is like a negative effect. But after that, you will be during the shopping phase able to draw 1 card of the merchant for a -1 bone cards. So you can remove it, place it into the discard pile, and draw 1 card. But where do I place this card? This is really simple, into your hand. So this is a free object that you get from the merchant. Next question. Upon selling 2 cards from the merchant, so let's say that I have these 2 cards over here, I've decided to discard them to the merchant so I can draw a new loot card. And I draw 1, and this is a bone card. So what happens? So you will need to apply the effect of the bone card immediately. So you have to remove 1 card from your hand. So let's say that I have none. This effect just doesn't apply. But if I had, I don't know, another card, I could just remove it. And after that, I'm going to apply the same effect that I just told you before. So remove the card, draw 1, and add it to your hand. I've drawn 2 Tome portals, 1 on top and 1 on the bottom from the common draw pile. What do I do? So this is this might happen to you because you have to place the game into a certain way that it might occur that you draw these 2 Tome portal. So if this ever happens to you, you'll have to apply the Tome portal over here. So you take this card and you apply all the effects on it. So you apply the merchant, you reveal 3 cards from the merchant board, you activate the shopping phase, and after that you draw 1 card to replace the Tome portal and remove this card from your hand. And after that, when you finish all your stuff, the cards end, you remove it, and you apply again another town portal. So this is how it works. So you're like going twice to the merchant. So the last thing that you just have to not forget is just to draw one last card to replace the second town portal card. Final question for the Luton merchant. Can I boost the damage of knife stabbing with any cards to have more chance to get a 10 and get the bonus of +4 damage dice? Well, I'll have to find the card first. And that's a good example. Just take this and the knife over here. So let's say that I have this card over here. So what it actually is, I'll try to, explain it to you really quickly what this effect is. So imagine that this is a critical hit. So you roll the dice and you have a 10. So I just roll a 10. So by doing that, I will add 4 more dice to my total over here. So to try to get more 10, can I try to, I don't know, equip this Ring of Titan that adds a bonus of +3 to my next attack? So the answer is it won't affect this effect of the knife, because it only take the knife stabbing damage. So this is why you can only have 2 dice and try to get the bonus of +4. If you're the hunter or the druid, you might roll a total of 3 dice instead of 2. And there I've got a total of 3. So I will roll all these dice again and get so many damage. So this is a really powerful item. So you can't try to add more dice except the one that is has been told on the card. All right, we're moving on into the quests and event expansion. I've drawn an event card that cannot be applied to an enemy because there's none. What happens? So the card is just discarded in the event discard pile and the effect is ignored. So really simple. If you cannot apply the effect, it's just discarded. Next question. And there's a total of 5 of them, so that's pretty much the end. Can I accumulate a card that I grabbed from the discard pile with a skill and place it under side quests that I own? So let's say that I do have a side quest over here. This is a good one, actually. Maybe I won't have to look into the pile for too many cards. But anyway, so let's say that I just like draw any cards over here and pretend that this is Looter or Prayer, because these are the 2 cards that allow me to draw cards from the discard pile here. So let's say that I do have Prayer or Looter. Sorry again. So I activate the effect, and what it does is I can go back into the discard pile and select one card that I want, but this card will be unusable until my next turn. So I do have this card over here, and I have this side quest over here, which is Artifact. So over here is I need to accumulate a total of 2 enchantment under this card. If I do so, I can place the both artifact both 2 cards under artifact on any weapons. So I can't place this card over here that I've just drawn from the Prayer or Looter, because the card is considered locked. So on my next turn, I'll be able to place it and do as I wanted. What happens if I draw a side quest that I've already met the requirements to achieve it? So that's an easy task. So there's one that is actually, I think it's overpowered, and you have to get a total of 55 health. So for the sorcerer, it's really hard to get, but for the warrior, which just starts with a total of 15 armor, that's pretty easy to get. So let's say that I've just boost my stats and I do have already 55 and I draw this card. Well, it's really an easy task. The side quest is considered completed, and that's a free side quest for you. I can add a small tips for this card. If you do have an elixir in your hand, you could boost your elf to get enough elf to activate this side quest and complete it. All right, so we're almost done. I've drawn Cursed Sarcophagus, and I'm just gonna try to get it. There you go. And I'll find the other one because I know the last one is going to be used. There you go. So I've drawn Cursed Sarcophagus and need to place one monster from my XP zone. Oh, this is not the one, actually. Totally forgot. Well, anyway, so I've drawn Cursed Sarcophagus and need to place one monster from my XP zone to the enemy board. Can I select one starter monster? So a Cursed Sarcophagus. I'll try to find it really quickly. Trapped. Please, listen to me. All right. Sorry. So, all right. Cursed Sarcophagus. So, without looking under the card, place one monster from your XP on the enemy board. So, let's say that I do have these cards placed here. So, can I select the starter monster over here and place it back into the enemy board? So, the answer is no. It needs to be one monster because of this little icon here. This is the monster icon. So, you can't select the starter monster. But another question might occur to you. So let's say that I do only have a starter monster. What happens? Well, you just discard the Cursed Sarcophagus, and that's it. So you can't apply the effect, you just discard it. All right, last question. I've drawn a Cursed Damned Shrine. So these are the cards that I was looking for earlier. And I had to place it on the A side of the demon. So let's say that we have again the succubus. So I have the succubus in front of me. There's no other monster in front of me, but I draw these two cards. So the bonus of the demon is kind of insane. It's got a total of plus 10 health and plus 25 health. So I've managed actually to kill the A side of the demon. Does the curse and damn shrine is kept from the B side or removed? So since the demon A side is defeated, curse and damn shrine are removed. So when the A side is complete, switch it, and both of these cards are removed. All right, so we've just ended up all of the question on the Board Game Geek. So I don't know how many times it is. I think it's like more than 40 minutes. But hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of the Board Game Geek. The last thing that I can add is that if you are struggling with the rules, more about like the game setup or some game mechanics, with a bunch of players on the Discord server, I've decided to try to fix the flaws of the first rulebook. Of course, I cannot reprint them. It's too late. But the cool stuff is that you can refer to this new rulebook to try to figure out more quickly how the games is set up and how the games work actually. So hopefully that will help a bunch of players. If you do have any comments, questions, or suggestion, or even correction about the English wording or stuff like that, there you can always send them to me on the Discord server or any social media of the game. Any contribution is well appreciated. I love the actual community of the game that is just talking all day long about all these stuff, sharing their experience, sharing question, answers, and just seeing you growing and having some fun with the game just really warms my heart. So I'm really, really happy and proud of the community right now. So hopefully, this game will bring you joy and even maybe uh, more pleasure than I had while creating it. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So, with that said, I'll just end up the video. So, there you go. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you have not already done it, you can join the YouTube channel. It's free and it really helps me out. We're more than 200 players right now on the YouTube, so thank you very much for joining. If you'd like to see more content, you can just hit the bell. You can hit the like button if you like what you saw. That always help with the algorithm of the YouTube channel. And you can also join the hellbringergame.com/linktree. So all of these social media of Hellbringer are there, and you can follow any of what you'd like to follow. So thank you very much for tuning in and viewing all this video, and I'll see you on the next one.